You're listening to the Comic Crusaders podcast. I am your host, Al Mega, CEO of Comic Crusaders and Undercover Capes. In this show, I'm sitting down with creators from all walks of life to talk about inspiration, process, the lessons they've learned, and a whole lot more. Wepa! What up, mi gente? It's your boy Al Mega. Welcome to a brand new Comic Crusaders podcast. And today, we got some fire. Shout out the GeekFest family right now. It's a dope film called Cosplay Your Way in color, baby. Watch, it's a dope cosplay documentary, and I am lucky and blessed and honored to have the creative team and some of the cast is going to be fire. Let me introduce first the man that with the vision and the dream, the only Mr. Barr Foxx. How you doing?
Whoa! I love that intro. I'm doing good.
Excellent. And let's introduce some of the cast, kiddo. Let's bring it. First up, the one, the only royalty, Cosplay.
Hey.
Then we got coming into the house, the man of danger, Triple D himself, Dwight D. Dunbar.
What's good, everybody?
Hey, yo. And then we got Super Fit with Ree. Woo! How you doing?
Hello.
Welcome one and all to the Comic Crusaders podcast. Happy to have each and every single one of you on the program today. Talk about this dope film, this dope vision that people are going to be blessed with viewing at a con near them real soon through the GeekFest Film Fest. Big shout out to my homie Bill right there. So let's get into it. Comic Crusaders podcast loves a good origin story and then the bromance, if you will, of how you all met. So let's start with the big man right here. JaBarr, let us know where you originally hail from and what is the first love in fandom for you?
Wow. So I am originally from Ohio, Dayton, Ohio, to be exact. And what I love, you know what? It's always a debate, Marvel or DC. So superhero characters overall is my love, but I think I'm gonna lean toward DC characters as my favorite. Look at Reed looking at me. Yeah, DC characters are my favorite. but I do so many Marvel characters. I do so many DC characters. I just love that. I was growing up. Those are the characters that I got to befriend and read their stories and just stay connected with me. And I love the hero aspect of it and for them to persevere. And I think I needed that at that time in my life. So it was easy to just align myself with those characters, and especially some of those that were deeper in their story arc and they had levels and layers. And it wasn't just that I'm great, here I am. But, you know, when I look at Alpha Flight and how Diamond Lil had cancer, but she had impenetrable skin and different things like that just really pulled me in as a storyteller.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, that is deep. Imagine, nothing can mess with you from the outside, but you're dying from the inside. Right?
Absolutely.
It's mind-blowing, especially as a kid, though. Sometimes you don't get that concept, but then you reread something when you're older, you're like, God damn, that shit is deep.
It was deep. I love that story.
You got blown after some shit like that. You're like, God damn.
Yeah. I really hope they do an Alpha Flight movie. They have they dealt with mental illness. They dealt with body dysmorphia. They dealt with
the first coming out character.
Yeah, the first coming out character.
Alpha Flight title.
Whoever wrote that was killing it, and I just loved it. But Teen Titans was my favorite.
All right, royalty, origin story. Where you OG from? What was your first love in fandom?
I'm originally from Ohio, just like Barr Foxx, but Northeast Ohio, a small place called Warren. It's about 45 minutes outside of Cleveland. So I got introduced to comic books by sneaking into my big cousin's room at my grandma's house. He had a bunch of X-Men comic books, and I was like, these look cool. So I just started reading them. That ended up opening up my eyes to understanding there wasn't just one comic book, for X-Men. There's all kinds of characters from different universes and different worlds. So I definitely started off as a Marvel girl. I'm still a Marvel girl. And as I learned more about different characters, Black Panther definitely became my hero.
Gotcha.
So definitely I'm a Black Panther fan.
Yeah, we hang out a lot with Don McGregor, which wrote a lot of the '70s stuff, and has that legendary story. He told me the story even before I even read it about when Marvel asked him to add more white people to a comic book. He said to his Black Panther comic book, he said sure, and he made a Ku Klux Klan story, and he goes, "That's
Yes,
not what we
I
meant.
have that copy.
That's not
I
what
have
we
that
meant."
copy.
He goes,
Yep.
"Yo, you want white people? I put white people, you get mad." He goes, "Oh."
Yep.
He goes, "Yo," but he goes, "I was not trying to push the envelope, but I was just, viewing the world as I saw it through the comics, and they didn't like it."
It's actually one of my favorite issues. So shout out to him for that.
Yeah. He's a cool old man. He definitely could talk you up for real. All right, the one only super fit with Ree. Oh, she looking all over the place. Is the villains after you? Because you got a superhero name, and it's like, yo, is Joker coming? Yo, who coming over here? Harley? What's popping? Yo, who coming?
No,
who coming?
I'm so sorry about that. Super fit with Ree over here. I am from Mississippi, Lord, but I've been here for so long, so I guess I'm technically from Georgia, kind of, sort of. I'm gonna claim Georgia though. And I guess I was a different type of nerd because I grew up definitely watching wrestling, which is something no child should have been watching. Wrestling, and then later on it was like The Simpsons and things like that, and I watched a lot of cartoons and stuff like that. But my first introduction into, like, I guess Marvel and DC would be that guy over there, Triple D, where he asked me to cosplay as two of his favorite characters, which is Rogue from X-Men and Chun-Li from Street Fighter. So I was like, well, in order to cosplay as these characters, I got to know something about them. So it's like, okay, I need to start reading about it. And but I'm not as hardcore into reading comics. I do read some comics, and I have read comics, but I'm not like, I don't know every issue of this, that, and the other.
And
But
that's fine. Characters, you love what you love. It's fine.
exactly.
And Triple D, over here instructing people what to wear. Hey, what's going on there?
So I fell in love with, I guess, I'm all over the place, really. DC, Marvel. I'm into anime now.
Okay.
And video game cosplay. So I like a bit of everything, actually. DC
You
more,
do.
maybe.
You do.
It's
Keep
good.
coming
It's
from me.
nice to have but it's nice to have a robust taste. It's okay.
Thank you. It's nice
fine.
to spread it out everywhere.
Yeah, I got listen, you see my mess of stuff over here is insane. It's toys, it's comics, it's books, it's records, it's wild, but it's neat, all right?
Oh,
That's
yeah,
right.
absolutely.
I promise I keep it neat, folks, all right? I ain't a sloppy guy, all right? Because I've seen some people's rooms. I'm like, oh my God, if I was there, give me 2 hours, yo. Make that shit look a fire.
I'm a neat person myself.
Now, Triple D, the man in the building, was popping, homie. Let us know where you from, OG, and your first love in fandom.
All right, I'm originally from Brooklyn, New York.
Hey, Brooklyn building.
Yeah, I escaped there a long time ago, though, so I'm living in the South now. It's sunnier down here. I got tired of the cold.
I hear you.
I originally started off as a little kid, man, 3-4 years old, comic books and drawing. My cousin who used to babysit me, he was an artist and a comic book collector. He was an older man, at that time he was in his 30s. And while he watched me, he gave me comic books to play with, and then I watched him draw, and I became just like him. I started picking up the pencil, started picking up the comics, and it was that was it for me for the rest of my life right there. So, comic books turned into art, it turned into video games and everything else under the sun, anime, all of that. So now I'm all over the place. Cosplay, watching anime, reading Japanese, Chinese, Korean comics,
You listen to K-pop too, bro?
I'm in it all now at this point, man. I was a monthly comic collector, man, every Wednesday getting the fresh books from the comic book store, getting my pulls and everything until recently. I stopped finally doing that like 2 years ago. That's an expensive hobby.
Yeah,
It
I
is.
keep doing it, but I'm limited. I keep my runs very simple. Conan, Spawn, and Batman White Knight titles, and anything Ed Piskor or Grand Design. I
I'm
keep it
not mad
simple.
at you. My
Keep it
pops,
simple.
man, he brought me onto the Conan when I was real young. So we was doing that King Conan,
Yeah,
Conan
I'm
Bear.
trying to finish the runs. I'm trying to
Yeah,
finish the runs.
I mean they're great books because they're
Oh yeah.
pretty much anything else that you would read in comics at the time, especially from other Marvel titles. When they was running the Conan real heavy.
Oh hell yeah, that's what I'm digging. But I'm telling you, I'm trying to do the run. All right, so let's first just say hello to Mr. Dean's List in the building. What's popping, homie? How you doing?
Hey,
Hey,
I
Dean.
He has a
I'm so
horrible
sorry, y'all.
internet
I've been having
connection.
all the technical
I,
I
isn't that a
understand.
Black Lightning T-shirt? I think he's messing up, the phone with the electric vibe right now.
Right.
I think that's what it is. My power's been on the glitch lately, so it's jacking all my electronics up. But I'm happy to be with y'all. Sorry for all the difficulties. But did we all introduce ourselves already?
Well, you're the last one, which is perfect. Now that you came on, so it's a real thing, a real simple question of let us know where you from originally and what's the first love in fandom for you.
Okay, so I am originally from Lansing, Michigan. Uh, so been in Atlanta. I live in Atlanta now. So I've been here for like 122 years, something like that. But as far as my fandom, this question always jacks me up because I'm like stuck between Marvel and DC. So I kind of go back and forth.
Okay.
So with one of my favorite characters is Black Lightning. So I had to support today.
Yeah, but I love Black Lightning. I was very excited when the show had come out, and I think that show could have done a lot more. They did it dirty, man.
Yeah,
Boy,
they
Yeah.
are better. They kind of rushed the ending on it, I think, a little bit. When
Kind of. Shit. They
they,
wanted to get rid of it so fast. They're like,
they,
hurry up, hurry up.
yeah, they did it real dirty in the end, but it was nice to have it while it lasted.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we don't get enough of that on TV right now, unfortunately. And when we have it, we got to cherish it because these people love cutting shit off after 6 episodes nowadays.
oh yeah, you don't get a chance no more.
I
Right.
know, but you know what? We don't need them. This is why we love the independent community because the independent community shall make things rise, just like this amazing movie that JaBarr got going on right here. So let's start talking about creativity. All right, JaBarr, like, and everybody. When did you start getting into this creative lane and wanted to create something like this? Pick up a camera, if you will. Was it for real or was just you were bullshit and you just wanted to have a good time?
So, a combination of both. In my day life, I work in television and film. So it's a skill set that I have, and what I don't know how to do, I have a crew or comrades that can do it. So when we were doing our annual photo shoot, which we call Cos Noir, we were doing it, and I decided I wanted to just capture moments for myself later in life to say, hey, we did this, it was great, and things like that. So as I was capturing moments, I kept getting a lot of footage. So I think we did 2 or 3 years where I collected footage, and then COVID hit. And when COVID hit, I was thinking to myself, how am I going to keep my creative juices going? How am I going to stay innovative? And what happened is I looked over at that drive and I said, I have all this footage and we're not going to be able to do a shoot this year. But you know what? I drop something every February. I'm going to drop a documentary. I don't know where it's going to go. I don't know where it's going to land, but I'm about to start cutting it now. And I just dove in and just started editing because luckily I had that skill set, so I didn't have to call anybody else. So I started editing. I called my friend that does music. I was like, yo, do you mind scoring this? And he was like, no, that's dope. I love what you do. And he was like, all right, cool. And then I called other people and that I was like, give me some elements. And it just started coming together. And I was just in there cooking and cooking and cooking. And then, as with anything, you have to set a deadline for yourself. So I decided that I was going to make sure it was ready by Black History Month because I was like, that's a perfect time to drop it, to get some eyes on it. Luckily, I talked to my friend Melissa, and she was like, "Well, I want to see it." She looked at it, and she said, "Why are you not entering this into film festivals? As a matter of fact, why are you not entering this into things to get awards?" And I'm like, "But it's just us having fun. Who's gonna really care about it? This is kind of like just for a few people to look at." And she was like, "Put it out there." So I said, "Fine." So I submitted it to different things, and as I was working on stuff, just having fun, pulling things together, we get a call that we won Telly Awards. And getting a Telly Award in this industry is not for play. We got 2 Telly Awards. I'm sorry. So we won 2 Tellys.
Oh, yeah, wait. He said, wait, not 1, 2. Excuse me. Wepa. What?
Yeah,
On the first project you put out there on a push, and you won 2 Tellys.
2.
Whoa. How did you all feel like winning something like this? Like on your first try? That must be wow.
Yeah,
Really excited.
That attitude.
Unexpected.
That's all I say. I don't expect nothing less from Barr, because he spit fire all day at work. So I knew whatever he put there.
Oh, look at that. All right then.
It's my favorite.
He says off camera.
So I don't even think, I don't know, you guys can talk. I don't even think they understood. It was us having fun, us putting out a project, us doing something that we like to do together. So I don't even know if you guys realize what a Telly Award meant and what it stated about your contribution to the project. Like Royalty is shaking her head no. It was big. It was really big. It is big. So yeah, what was your first thoughts on it, Royalty?
For me, I had never heard of a Telly Award before, and maybe it's because I'm not in like television industry and film industry. But once I heard about it and then heard that we won, I was like, let me Google this real quick, and then I realized how big of a deal it was. I was like, this is so awesome that some behind the scenes footage from us just having fun could be pulled together by the creative genius of Barr Foxx and put into a format that is palatable to so many different audiences. And at the same time, there's a message behind it, encouraging people to cosplay exactly how you are, no matter your age or race or gender or religion, it doesn't matter. And so it was just so nice to be able to be part of a project that has such a positive energy behind it. And actually encourage people, especially during COVID, during the time where we're all stuck at home and we're contemplating life and what are our hobbies, trying to find fun wherever we could. So once I found out about that Telly Award, I was like, okay, we doing a little something, just having fun.
Nice. Amazing. What about you, Fit? Because you were like, either. Like, I had no clue.
No, I had no idea, honestly. I did the same thing she did. When I heard about it, I had to Google it, and I was like, I don't know what that is. And I was reading about it and reading about other people who had won, Telly Awards, and I was like, wow, I did not see it coming. It was great, especially when you're not expecting it. It was just great to hear about.
A win's a win. What?
Yeah. And I'm very appreciative of Barr Foxx, the time and effort that he took because I know it was time and effort. I do some editing with my
in a way you gotta say thank COVID for him being bored out of his mind.
Shout out to COVID for inspiring Barr Foxx.
COVID did something good, right? You know what I mean?
Something
good. Editing is no joke, and I dabble in editing, so I know it's very time consuming. I get started and you look up and 2 hours are gone, 3 hours are gone. So I really honestly appreciate it.
I agree. And you have to have an eye for it. And Barr Foxx, you have that type of creative eye for it, because there's a lot of footage, there's a lot of angles, there's a lot of stories that can be told. But to be able to pull together all this random, behind the scenes footage in a creative way and in a cohesive way that makes sense. I mean, props to you, because I don't know if I can do that.
It's work. It's work.
Yeah.
Let's hear from the guys, from the other 2 guys, and then we're gonna see this trailer, because I know y'all curious now. Like, what are they talking about? Ooh, we got a trailer. Ooh. All right. Go ahead, Dean.
I was gonna say, it was just like this whole thing was just us having fun, And then just to show that, other people were on the same page. I mean, all we put out there was us having fun, and people saw that and they enjoyed what we were doing. So kind of makes us feel like we were doing something positive, for the community, for us to put that out there with no intentions really. But that lets us know that people have an appreciation for us and what we're doing. And then for us to win awards on top of that. So I'm like, everybody else, I really didn't know what a Telly Award was. And just the fact that we won awards was awesome. And then when I found out how important the Telly Awards, were and, in the field, then that just like added to my excitement. So like all that came together, and I don't know, it just made it feel like a really positive experience overall.
Wonderful. What about you, Triple D?
All right, so I still don't know the importance of a Telly Award. I've heard of it before. You watch a lot of television, you see a lot of things, but I didn't look it up. But the fact that the man won an award at all, like I said, I already expect great things from this dude anytime he puts his hands on stuff. I was more impressed by the fact that years ago, he had the foresight to know to record these events. That's his brain ticking on the creative level. So it's working all the time. Whether he's conscious of it or not, it's there doing its job. And he masterfully pulled it together and created something with a great message so the community can benefit too, on top of the fun that we had helping them get it together, just being in cosplay and enjoying a good time in that moment.
There we go, folks. You want to see what they're talking about? You want to see about this good time, this togetherness, these good moments? Let's check out this amazing trailer.
Growing up, I found comfort and strength in the pages of comic books and graphic novels. Seeing all the superheroes who often persevered after physical or emotional trauma taught me that greatness can be born out of darkness. As much as I love the characters, their powers, their plight, and their need to fight for justice, I did not see enough people of color represented in comics. In fact, I saw more aliens than melanated people, which often had me yearning for something that was out of reach for a young, adventurous boy whose creative expression was not always welcomed or accepted. As I matured, I wanted to create a way to push characters of color to the forefront so that the future generations could see themselves reflected in the art. I did that through cosplay. Now the time has come to make sure that people of color who desire to express themselves through cosplay are pushed to the forefront and recognized for their contributions to the craft. Yes, representation matters, and we proudly cosplay in color.
I love that. I love that. But hey, tell me, is that a magazine? That look dope too. You could do magazine cosplay in color like that for real. What's popping?
Yes. So for one of our Cosno R years, we decided to make all the pictures magazine covers. And
I want to see that as a magazine for real. just showing people of color doing cosplay and the inspirations and the fields they're in. Oh man, heck yeah, bro.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
I haven't seen that in a while, and it's like just even watching it now, I'm like, dope, because I listen to what people are saying and what they're talking about, and that was from the heart. Like it was from the heart, and to hear it put out there and so eloquent and just flow, it just touched me even listening to it. So I love that people have come to us and told us how this has inspired them to cosplay, how some people, especially mixed parents, are like, I'm showing this to my child, I'm showing this to my mixed race daughter and son so they can get motivated, how people of color are saying that this is so good for their ego, and watching us and hearing the stories, how we all approached it and not only did cosplay, but many of us turned it into lucrative careers and made something out of it. We have Triple D, we'll call him that. He's a foam smith. Super Fit with Reed is a comic book character, a real one, for George Perez, the late great George Perez.
Oh, word!
Yeah,
Oh man, beautiful.
and then
Yes.
and Walter is a costume designer who did Marvel Becoming and recreated the Dora Milaje, and Marvel reached out to him and asked him to do it. So the skill set that has come out of this for everybody, everyone is amazing. And then we have Royalty Cosplay, who went from being in pictures to organizing photo shoots and like big ones. She did I think, what'd you do? You did the DC Black Geeks last year, which is super huge now at Dragon Con.
That one was actually featured in the New York Times.
What?
Yeah,
Royalty.
the photo
What?
shoot.
This is amazing. See, this is what I want to see. Our community popping and elevating in this sector, right now. Because as you said, in the video, we hardly had this. I mean, just think about this. Why I like Conan, right? He was probably the only brown skinned dude in Marvel that was popping.
Right.
And then Spawn is my boy, and that was when you had, an independent lead African American hero. You know what I mean? If you want to call him that, because I love bad guys. So this is why, if you kill people, I'm with you as a hero. That's why I say Batman is a herb. Batman is a herb because again, anytime Joker or anybody that he harassed gets back out again, it's on Batman's head. All right.
Yes.
Oh, who does that sound like?
Hey.
This facts. He could have saved people's lives by ending a couple of people's lives.
That is why I respect those that could listen. Look who I'm into: Conan, Spawn, Deathlock. Death's Head. And what did they all do? They finished the job. Lobo.
Twice.
Yeah, this is my jam. So let's get into it, because one thing was when I was putting this together, the PowerPoint with the pictures that JaBarr had shared, I was like, wow. I'm like just smiling the whole time, and I wasn't thinking why, But rarely the reason I was smiling is because everybody is a person of color that's cosplaying. So it's like I'm smiling, and I'm not. First again, is that it's so crazy how the mind works, right? You don't understand why it makes you feel so happy until you really analyze it, until you really notice what's going on. Like, oh shit, this is why I haven't seen this before like that. I mean, look at this shot. It's so fire.
It's dope. I mean, to do it and to see it and to be part of it and to have such a vast amount of cosplayers that we got to spotlight and that we got to push forward and to celebrate our color. That's why I love that we chose the title Cosplay Your Way in color, because it just says so much. It was a double meaning to it. And we just have such a great time, and to be able to pull these characters out, regardless of what their races are in the comics, to be able to pull them out and bring them to life and add our own flair
or gender, because that's Black Cat.
Or gender.
Or gender.
Oh yeah, for me it's Black Cat. Like we have no limit. When I say we have no limits, we have no limits. And when we did the Super Friends, I love that we had Super Fit.
I was waiting for the
Yeah, Super Fit with Reed was Apache Chief, and it was no thing for us because we just bringing it. So we try not to operate under people's limitations and biases, and we're already breaking. Yeah, we shouldn't. We're breaking the mold, so we're just gonna break it. But nobody can tell any of us that we didn't bring our A game when we do it, and that's what's important to me.
I'm digging the Static Shock. Also, I collect everything Milestone too, and I'm trying to finish that OG run.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man, I love Milestone. They did things that were different. It was just ignored back then because people were ignorant. I hated what they called it. They didn't call them DC Comics or the Milestone Comics. They the Black Comics. I'm like, oh my god, you're so stupid, yo. Y'all stupid.
That's ridiculous.
Straight up stupid. I used to argue with people, yo. I was like, I'm fighting with people over comic books, bro. Come on.
I think we all did. I think we all did.
Oh my man, Iron Fist in the building.
Iron Fist.
All
And
right,
with the
Dane.
He's right there.
And
Awesome,
Dean List, you actually made these costumes, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. The Orange Lantern.
I think all the pics I submitted to you are costumes I actually made.
Damn, what's your favorite cosplay to do?
It's hard to say for myself. I feel like
oh, Aspire.
mission that somebody else actually made this one, but I love that so much that this costume right here is the one that motivated me to learn how to sew, because I wanted other costumes to this quality, and I was like, I can't pay for this anymore, so I determined that I had to learn how to sew and make my own costumes if I was gonna have.
How did they make the face mask? That's pretty cool. Did it lower on you, or did it stay in place?
It stays in place. Yeah.
Nice. Oh, really cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Baroness Boom Boom made this for me, Fiona Leonard. So she motivated me to learn how to sew, and now I design and create.
Oh snap!
Oh wow!
Oh wow! That's right. Whoa.
Believe it or not, that costume was so cheap.
Oh really?
Other than the wig, it's like an old. It's an old Catwoman costume that we did all the rips and stuff with, and that like everything is it's a repurposed costume. Other than the wig was the most expensive. It was like $250. It was ridiculous. Yeah, it was ridiculous.
Just remember not to stand on the edge of a New York subway, because I don't know if you've seen that video recently where some lady was talking to her man and some kids were in the back of the train. And they basically snatched her wig as the train was going off.
Whoa.
People cannot play with $250 wigs. We cannot play with $250 wigs. That's not
what I'm saying, yo. So stay away from edges. That's what I learned from that video.
Don't play with my wig.
Oh, caliente. Wepa.
I love this one.
Who is she?
Ree, this is my favorite of your cosplays. I love like every picture you take in this.
Why, thank you.
You're welcome. It looks so good.
What's the suit made of? The costume itself?
It's a combination of spandex and leather.
Okay. Oh wow, man, it looks so cool.
Yeah, a lot into that. I actually designed the pattern for that.
The pattern for it, yeah.
Oh, where?
So I said, sold it, and I did all the prop work that's on it. So
bro.
Yeah,
he be working.
And I wore it. I wore it well.
Hey.
we tried to get
Thank you very much.
Team effort. It's a team effort.
That's funny.
Hey, awesome.
Uh-oh.
Very nice.
That's, believe it or not, Cosplay Your Way. That is off the rack. I ordered that costume online. Yeah, I ordered it. Yes. Yep.
Did the rest of it come, or you only wore half of it?
Oh, you coming from me, Barr?
That's awesome. Oh my God.
Royalty.
What royalty? You coming off with these lanterns? Oh my God. Yeah. I love it. We're not seeing no corny greens like that yet. You know what I mean? We're going with the vivid colors. You know what I mean? Yeah, the indigo. We're seeing the compassion. Yeah, indigo's compassion, but you know what I mean? Compassion is very nice sometimes.
It's nice most of the time. That's why I picked her.
I'm digging it. Wow.
This is actually the first costume I ever sewed in my life, but I did not sew by myself. Actually, Dean's List taught me how to sew with this costume from scratch. Yeah. Yep, he taught me how to sew.
Excellent. When is the home ec class? When is the home ec class? I need to learn how to sew too.
All right.
Going after my info. Very nice.
So this is Electra. A friend of mine made this for me. Like literally, we cut it out and made it in probably about an hour. It was my least favorite costume because I felt I like to cosplay characters that I can relate to, like strong women.
Yeah.
And I was just like, Electra's kind of mean. I'm not that mean. But here we are years later, and it's actually one of my most popular cosplays. So I was like, yeah, I did. They were like, yes.
Yeah, no, you look great though. Look at that fire. Wepa, what? Awesome. Look at that.
Me as Black Panther, this is my favorite costume. One, because it's easy. You just put on a onesie basically and carry around the helmet and some Kimoyo beads. But two, obviously, because Black Panther is my favorite character. So this is my Shuri version of Black Panther before the movie was released. So this is me kind of paying homage to the comic books. Thank you. That's the natural hair.
Yeah, I love that hair. I love
natural
that
hair on point. Yes,
and it's hers. It's her hair.
Yeah.
I love big hair. Love big hair. That's what I love. Not to diss on straight haired ladies, and I'm just saying, yo, like that big hair. That's what's popping. I'm from the Caribbean. Come on now.
Appreciate it.
Oh, Magneto in the building, son.
Yeah,
hey.
that's Larry Love. He was supposed to be here today. We're gonna get him, but yeah, his Magneto is dope. So we did a shoot where he wore the white Magneto and I wore black Magneto, and we got some excellent photos. We've been trying to do that duo shot for a long time. One of the things we do when we are cosplaying is we like to eliminate the thought of competition because there's space here for everyone. And one of the biggest things we did to shout that out or push that thought process is majority of us, or if not all of us, we all cosplay Storm. So we were all different versions of Storm.
All right.
And,
that's cool.
And it was so dope.
There's a lot of outfits there.
A lot of outfits. It was men and women, and we all brought our own energy to it. Because when we first started,
not for nothing, JaBarr, I knew you're at Comic-Con like last year. I saw a dude playing doing this Mohawk Storm that did it better than any lady I've ever seen in my life. I said, yo, this dude just killed Storm. A dude killed Storm. Like, yo, this is insane.
When you open up the gates, you're gonna see some wonderful things. Quit keeping people in a box. That guy killed Storm. He loved Storm. He brought it to life. We still know it's Storm.
Like, whoa, so impressed.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, again, you gotta be you. Have fun. Hey,
you gotta have fun. You gotta enjoy yourself, and that's what we try to do.
Barr, is that Storm picture in there? The group Storm picture in there?
It was in the trailer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was in the trailer.
Hey, Drew.
Yeah, that's Drew. So that's our photographer that helps us bring all these beautiful pictures to life.
Oh snap!
Yeah.
Hey, there goes the GL, the proper GL that we're supposed to get on screen, but we're not getting for whatever reason. They keep bullshitting. It's time for Jon Stewart. I'm tired of Hal.
Right.
Yeah.
Doing it because you don't want the CW to do it, man. They would ruin that.
Oh
shit.
no, CW. Oh God, no. Thank God, CW is about dead. Don't not for that. Lois is Superman. Lois, whatever, is cool. I'm digging it. That's not that bad. Thank God there was something that romance. A Flash about time that should have finished season 3. You know what I mean? That should have had a short season, not Black Lightning. You know what I mean? Shit. Yeah, definitely. Thank God they didn't make Diggle into the Jon Stewart. If they would have CW'd him, that would have been horrible.
Oh yeah,
they're trying. They were trying to though.
They were, but thank God it didn't happen.
Yeah, thank God somebody opened their mouth and said no. No. All right.
Yeah, while we're on Drew here, I do want to give a shout out to him for 2 of the pictures that you just showed of me, the Black Panther and Indigo Lantern. He took both of those photos and edited them. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
good.
So he's super talented.
He is, and he was on the first cosplay show. I think it was the first one, Heroes of Cosplay. He was the featured cosplay photographer on Heroes of Cosplay.
So and doing a proper Black Panther too, not that armored shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
Doing like a suit.
Yeah.
That's what I like from the Black Panther. Now I hate all these heroes. All of them got armor and shit. It's like, okay, that's not a hero. Damn, why I thought they were super. Superman don't need armor. Batman does. Oh, crazy.
There's David.
Not that one.
Nice.
And all the ones you could have chose. That's what.
I
No,
love it.
one more. This is dope though.
I
Dude,
love
I've
it.
never seen this on a view before, and I love it.
I love it.
That is one of my failures that I'm going to.
He said,
here we go.
So when you're rating tonight, because that looks amazing.
Here we go.
That was back in the day, for real, for real. You know, you have those things where I've cosplayed a lot over the years, and you create a lot of stuff. And of course, you know, any artist has their things that they're really proud of, and then they have their things that they just want to destroy. You know, that's one of my things.
And it will no longer be hidden. The world is viewing it now.
Better version.
I love that cosplay. I really do.
Yo, look at the spikes, dude. Holy shit.
Nice.
That picture is dope too. That pose. He was feeling it. He was in the moment.
Hey.
Yeah, that's Batman for real. Oh yeah, bro.
And then I have confidence. You know what I mean?
You did that.
And no armor, folks. You see, he's the Batman with courage that will get hurt. You know, doesn't mind.
Right. No superpowers, but he's confident.
That's his superpower. Your punch would hurt me, Superman. Yeah. Holding kryptonite behind his back, like, please God, let that shit work. Oh,
yeah.
There we go.
That's a monster right there.
Dina, are you proud of this one? Because this was amazing.
Tell me.
Yeah. War Machine, I'm proud of War Machine.
Okay.
But you know, as an artist, you look at your past stuff and you just always saying, yeah, I can do better. I can do better. And you keep taking the bar up, you know, each time you come out there. So
yeah, we have a couple of perfectionists on the panel here, and I love that. But at the same time, as I was telling you earlier, Al, sometimes you got to put it out there that being perfect can just slow. I've seen it slow so many people down in my career. But I love that David, although he's like, oh, I got to do better. I love that he's always a work in progress, and that he wears it proudly, and he goes up there and he does it. But then, of course, as soon as he takes it off, he's going to make it better. I don't think it's any costume that he hasn't said, I'm going to do this better next time.
No, but how long was it to do that War Machine? That's fire.
It's beautiful.
I pulled that together in 4 nights. I think I had to do it at the last minute before convention.
Oh,
that was during the time when I had this really bad habit of doing everybody else's stuff first and then doing all of my stuff at the last minute. To try and make it do its thing. It helped though, because some parts of that are 3D printed. So while I printed other parts after making the models, I could do the other parts in foam, you know, to get those things done fast while constantly keeping the workflow going.
Yeah, that looks so far, folks. Look how simple it is. You check out the YouTube, follow everything at Cosplay Your Way. You're gonna be able to view a film at a con year at GeekFest Film Fest, and we're gonna be finding out where real soon and who's gonna be where. All right, especially you want to check out their works, meet them in person, take some cool photos. So you see what these people is doing, yo. Super talented, super gifted, looking dope in their costumes. Holy smokes! What? Seeing me head there like this, I just feel so proud, yo. I'm like, yeah, this is what I see more of this now. Shit, bro.
Yes.
We need to see this as a TV show. You touring all over and showing people from all the states, you know, in their cosplay wares.
See, that's on it. Just follow us at conventions now.
Yeah, they're talking about conventions. Any conventions? What's the next convention you're gonna be at? Especially the next one where before we get into you guys individual, let's get into the movie. So where can people watch this movie next? What's the next convention where people can see this and maybe even get to see you?
Okay, so the next convention you can see the movie is at Long Beach Comic Con.
Oh, nice.
Rose City Comic Con and Los Angeles Comic Con. And we're in talks with some other ones in between Boston, Chicago, Australia, and San Francisco.
Oh, Australia. Holy shit.
It did play in South Africa.
Whoa, word. When?
It did the South Africa, what is it called? The South African Comic Con?
Yes.
Oh, really?
South
Yeah.
Man.
Mhm.
So it was there. So I'm loving the reach. I'm loving the embracing of the movie, especially in other cultures. We just won another award, and let me get it right. Was it with Canada and Quebec?
Yeah, it was
Okay.
It was in Canada.
Okay, Canada. So we just won some awards in Canada for
Hey.
the movie. So we're really excited that it is still in play because it's nothing worse than dropping something and then nobody cares.
Yeah.
But we have to admit, we look up and somebody else is airing it or playing it or premiering it, and I'm very thankful because it's been going for a few months now, more than a few months, a lot of months now, and I'm excited. And I want to thank people like you and others that embrace it and share it. Unfortunately, some other people that I thought would share it and embrace it didn't, but that's okay because we are getting the love from the people that love it. And I just want the people that actually like it to push it, and I feel more connected in that way. It was a little disappointing to see some of the people that we thought would be more on it that didn't, but at the same time, we have awards, we have recognition, we're meeting beautiful
And that's what
people.
matters.
Yeah.
Listen, we want who we want to support sometimes, and I get it. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it's all right. We don't need them because community will reach out. The real community that appreciates it, and that's where your love and that base will really come from, and you'll be fine. You know what I mean? And then they're gonna look, and then they'll be like, oh, I was there, but no, you weren't. I'll be loud. I'll be loud quick. I know. Stop bullshit. I throw it right people's face. It's like, don't say nothing. You know what I mean? And if you're not doing something, don't tell me anything.
Right.
That's for sure.
Facts.
I'm one of those. If you ain't doing it, don't talk to me. Don't tell me anything. Just let me know how you doing. How's the family? Bet. Don't talk to me business.
And keep pushing. But as for me, I'll be at MomoCon. I'll be a
How's
guest.
MomoCon? Have you gone there before?
Absolutely. I've been a guest. We were a guest a few years in a row.
Whoa,
it's
cool.
a really great con. I saw it grow from just a patch of grass. Like people would just hang out it was just a patch of grass and you would hang out. Literally. And we were excited one year when a kiosk came out with water. It had water and maybe some popsicles. And we were like, oh wow, it's growing. And now it is thousands of people, some of the best guests, some of the best panels. The energy is amazing. So if you haven't been, please go to MomoCon.
No,
and then
I gotta do all them down south ones. Definitely.
Yeah, please do. and then Dean's List and I will be at Ranger Stop and Pop coming up in June with the Power Rangers. This is going to be a special celebration with the movie release, the 30-year reunion movie. Unfortunately, the passing of Green Power Ranger, we're going to do a tribute to him. So it's going to be a very emotional con, but I think it's going to be a really good one.
Yeah, shout out to Jason David Frank for all of his Power Ranger contributions and also martial arts and other things that he did outside of just the show.
Yeah, we got to interview him once for the network on Undercover Capes. One of my guys got a chance to talk to him. So we have one interview with him at least.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, man, it was sad. It definitely gone too soon. And, again, folks, talking about that mental health is real. And, if you feel on top, please talk to someone, please. Shit, I'm here for you. DM me. I got you.
I'm gonna hit you up. I'm gonna hit you up when I'm at work. I'm gonna say, hey, I need you.
Yeah, man. For real, people, we all gotta help one another and be here for one another. This is what community is. Yeah. So, all right. Absolutely. So, my cosplayers in the building. Where you guys? Where you? So, you up, royalty? You in the building? Where you gonna be at? Where can we see you?
Next con I'm gonna be at is Awesome Con. It starts June 16th here in Washington D.C.
Oh, cool. Awesome Con. So you're going to be in cosplay or the booth?
Yeah, in cosplay.
Hey, do you know what you're going as yet?
Yes, I'm going to be debuting a brand new character that actually Triple D helped me create, and that's White Tiger from Marvel.
Oh, you doing my Boricua, homie?
Yeah.
What? Yo, on my wall right now, I have the very first appearance of White Tiger. All right?
Are you serious?
Just in the... What? I got him in both the OG black and white first
Oh my
appearance.
God.
And then, of course, you gotta have him the first time he was in normal Marvel continuity. So this is the first time White Tiger in color appearance.
Yes.
Nice.
Oh wow.
And then in the boxes, I got Anya
Okay.
and Ava.
Okay.
Listen,
Okay.
every time I see
Be
a White Tiger,
serious.
I get excited because we don't see our people.
Nope. And that's
And I get
exactly why I'm
tested.
cosplaying
Yo, royalty.
Anya.
I get
Mhm.
tested every time I say, yo, White Tiger. Oh, what you know about White Tiger? So I saw pop, 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 pop. I gave him the whole rundown. They're like, holy shit, you do know White Tiger.
Yep.
I'm so happy. I'm like, yeah,
We
yo.
don't have to talk offline. That's dope.
Yeah, yo, that's my shit. I love it. All right. So that's awesome. You
Mhm.
made me very happy. What about you, Super Fit? Can you top that? Where you gonna be at and what con you doing? What you dressing up
What?
as?
Honestly, I will be at
Ooh.
Man, she shut down the
She gonna be at
internet.
Momokai. She
I don't
gonna
know
be
what
at
just happened there.
Good.
She was about to shut down the internet. Say, I'm at Momokan and I'm going to be shut down.
Good.
Whereby
Check out the whole internet.
Sorry,
made
let
the
me
internet
switch up. I
nervous.
will be at MomoCon. I'm gonna be Shinobu from Demon Slayer. So
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm venturing off into more anime cosplay. And then I also will be at Ranger Stop and Pop in June. And I'll be at Dragon Con as well.
Hey, going out with
Yes.
this
Yeah, so those are
summer.
I'm doing a lot of anime this year. Shinobu from Demon Slayer. I'm doing Maki from Jujutsu Kaisen. Oh wow. And I
Did I
think we
wait?
are doing a cyberpunk group as well.
Oh, what?
Yes. So I'm
Oh,
excited.
I can't imagine what Super D would come up with some cyber designs and D. That must be some wild shit that these guys come up with.
Yeah, we've already been talking about it. And I'm just like, he's like, well, do I want to make your arm or your leg? I'm like, oh Lord. So but I've done Misty Knight, so I've had the prosthetic
Ooh, I
arm
love
before.
Misty. So she's the
Oh,
first black superhero in Marvel, female. She actually predates Storm, but Storm got the love because of the book that she was in.
wait a minute, David.
Oh.
Is that true? David, is
Yeah.
that true?
Yeah.
Because
You have
David
to check
has
all
all
facts with David.
Triple D has all the knowledge, so I gotta just
Yeah, he would have stopped me immediately. Like, nope, no, he know that's true.
yeah.
She's actually the first interracial relationship too, man, with the first interracial kiss in comics. You know, her and Iron Fist,
Iron Fist, yeah.
Let me
that's
tell
the
you what's
comic.
so funny about that story. I used to collect comic books as a kid, of course, we know that. And my mother would go with me, and the only comic she liked was Iron Fist and Misty. And because of the interracial dating.
Wow.
And she would take me and I would look for stuff and she would get her comics and she would read them. And that's the only ones that she did. And I could send her those today or new ones today and she will still read them. But she won't touch any other comic.
I'm upset, man. We
Wow.
were getting Misty Knight proper on that TV show soon with the arm and everything, and they took it away from us. How
I
dare they?
know.
And I got to meet her in
Yeah.
person, and I was awestruck by her beauty. I was like,
Oh, yes.
God.
Yeah, she's gorgeous.
Yo, she's in a show called All Rise that we've been watching.
I hear it, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Is she going to come back in Daredevil or no?
Don't know.
Oh,
Not
But,
yet.
what
She's making
variant?
that All Rise money right now, you know?
Yeah. We don't know what variants they're gonna bring in Disney. So, and then we don't know what they're gonna do with them when they bring them.
So
Yeah.
talking about variants, what's going to be the Triple D variant for the cons this year?
Most of my first cons, I'm working at them.
Okay.
I'm doing panels for 3D printing and cosplay. You know, getting in the cosplay panel.
Makeup.
Then Ranger Stop coming up. I'm doing panels there, so I'm doing the body paint panel with Cosplay Your Way.
Oh, word, cool.
I have the 3D print panel that I'm doing there as well. And then there's another panel with Cosplay Your Way that's taking place that I actually just found out about.
Right. We both did.
Better late than never, hey, you know.
Then of course I'm hitting up Dragon Con, so I will be there. And AWA Anime Weekend in Atlanta, we're gonna be there too. So at least 4 this year. We might do Heroes, I'm not sure yet.
Yeah, I heard your con is nice too. I'm curious. Again, I gotta hit more of the down south. I gotta get my stuff straight, and then Meg's gonna go travel and have some fun.
Oh yeah, come
Yeah,
on.
man. What's up, Dean's
Oh, yeah.
List? Talk about the shows that you're doing and the next cosplays, bro. Or are you building, the next armor for the next homie or what? What's going on?
Well, my next, I guess, the next few conventions, definitely going to MomoCon next weekend. Ranger Pop and Stop. I'm gonna try to have something new for that. But Dragon Con is just like our big one that we go to every year. So that's a given. So I have to figure out what I'm gonna do new. Just like David, I spend so much time working on stuff for other people. It comes crunch time, last minute. I'm trying to figure out, okay, what can I make for myself real quick?
So both of you brothers be like, am I forgetting someone? Oh shit, me.
Right.
I only got 4 hours.
So I ended up getting the short end of the stick, but I do great work for other people, and then whatever time I have left, I throw something together for myself.
Both of you guys sound like my brother, because my middle brother, Daniel Black, shout out, he does makeup for people on Halloween, right? All day he's doing makeup. He's always the last dude, and he's rushing. But he still do a fire job for himself. But he's like, damn, bro, I'm tired. I said, why are you complaining? Every year you come with the same bullshit. You know what I mean? And I tell you what you need to do. And then every year you come with the same ass complaint. I said, I don't want to hear it no more, bro. I get tired of it, bro. They put your foot down. You got to put a stop, 5 o'clock, hard stop.
Absolutely.
Even if they're in the chair, 5 o'clock, get the fuck out. Half makeup. I'm sorry, you got to get out. It's fine.
It's okay, because I think that Dean's List and David both work better 2 or 3 days before con. It's okay. They are.
Oh my God. We want to break them out of that. That's something we want to stop.
I noticed something though.
Best 2 days before con. It's okay.
And I noticed something. They work so well 3 days before. They pulled out all their hair, so that way it's not in the way.
That is exactly for that.
And we're sitting pretty. I'm like, my stuff ready to go. He's working on his stuff. My stuff ready to go.
They just waiting. Is it done yet? Hello.
Both of them have, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, both of them have gone to Dragon Con and was working on a costume at the con.
Oh, damn.
In the room. And
I actually took my sewing machine to Dragon Con one year.
Oh, what?
But I won't do that.
You threw that shit in a backpack?
I actually was in my room with my sewing machine at Dragon Con.
Yeah, homie came with a Jan Sport, put that shit down. Next thing you know, he's pulling out a sewing machine. Like, yo, let's go.
Awful.
I love the dedication. See, folks, this is what you get when you see this film. These are real people right here, putting some real heart. You see the energy, the humor, the laughter, the community. This is amazing. This is what I'm digging. This is what you're going to get when you see Cosplay Your Way. Right? Because this is for everyone to see. But if you may be a little bit like us, you're definitely going to get a little smile on your face. You're going to be, oh, shit, I could do that too. Yes, you can. Don't let nobody ever tell you can't. All right? Big facts. All right? I appreciate each and every of you taking some time to hang out with me and talk and show me the film and talk about the film and your cosplay. I really, really appreciate it. So from a fan to y'all creators and cosplayers and all, thank you so much for making me happy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I can't wait to see the whole film real soon at a con near me. You know what it is, folks. Check out everything GeekFest. So you can check them out at geekfestla.com. Check out the listings there, so you can check out Cosplay Your Way right there. Exactly. Can they pick up any of those shirts anywhere? Huh?
Yes.
I like how I did the lineup over here, right? Look at that. 3 different colors. You know what's popping. Where can I get a shirt like that before we go?
You can get a shirt at TeePublic. Just go to TeePublic. Yeah, TeePublic. Do Cosplay Your Way and get your shirt.
There we go. Get your shirts and represent for one of the dopest cosplay films you're going to see of the year and possibly ever, all right? And there's going to be more coming. I know it, right? JaBarr, coming, right? Are we going to get more?
Yes, we're already working on the next concept.
You see, bro? You see? The man don't stop working. I love it. And thank you, everybody, for tuning in and celebrating cosplay, film, and independent creation. You guys are amazing. Much love, as always. Hasta la próxima. Stay tuned. Later. Thank you for listening to the Comic Crusaders podcast. If you like the content, please subscribe and turn on notifications. Also, please visit ComicCrusaders.com and our extended podcast family over at UndercoverCapes.com. And also, make sure to download the Comic Crusaders app on the Google Play Store today.